the Ferrari Enzo, famously named after Enzo Ferrari. As you guys can see, this is a spectacle of a car. Every vent in this car has a purpose. And I want to tell you something about this car, which is pretty surreal. It was revealed in 2002 and it was worth around $400,000. This car is now worth over $2 million. But the funny thing about this car is that not anybody could have bought it back in the days. Now I'm saying 2002 because it's such a common practice now to get invited to buy a car. Back then, a lot of people were super upset because they had the money to buy the car, but they was not invited. So this is a very, very special tool. It's an incredibly rare car. There's only 399 of them that have been made, but it's been told that there was one more by Ferrari and they gifted it to the Pope, and apparently he gave it the money to charity, but you know, who knows. So moving on to the rear end of the car. Now, to actually get this up, you need two people on each side because it's rather heavy. And obviously this is an older car, you know, being unveiled in 2002, it doesn't have the practicality of use, let's say. Here we have this mesh here that you can actually see into the engine as well, which is pretty cool. And then here we have the 6-litre V12 engine. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. You also have that glass over, so when this is actually shut, you can actually see the engine as well. Top speed of this car is 222 miles per hour. Now, when you look at this fantastic engine, you've got carbon fibre here and also on the engine as well. And obviously, as I mentioned to you guys before, it's not practical. You actually have to keep this boot open by putting this here. So you definitely need two people to make any changes. And then also you have the boot at the front. So moving over to that side, we have the badge of Pininfarina, which the car was actually designed by. Now, we also have some vents here and a vent here as well. We also have another exposed vent at the front side of the car. You can actually see it through here, which is quite interesting to look at, really. So this car in itself is obviously inspired by Formula One. You can see at the front end of this car how long it is. Now, the light in itself reflecting off the black gloss, I have to say, I am a big fan of this car in black. A lot of people like red, some people like yellow when it comes to Ferrari, but I'm afraid I will have to go ahead with the black one. You've got the Ferrari badge here, and then, I mean, when you look at this car, it's not exactly pretty, but when you open the car doors, you are then taken through this journey of maybe wanting to own one. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. So here we have the side mirrors, and normally they're attached to the doors, but here the mirrors are attached to the body of the car. Now, when you open the car door, you guys will see, I mean, wow, this is just insane. You've got carbon fibre here as well. And then also in the back of the car, the way that this car actually travels is very aerodynamic. It's got the vents, so this car will be able to move incredibly quick. And the fact that they've added carbon fibre in, it makes the car lighter. I want to go into the car, but I'm going to go over to the other side and show you guys what the door looks like on the other side. So we're in the Ferrari Enzo, and obviously we've got that nice red leather, these bucket seats, and also you've got these beautiful seat belts. Now, you've got the normal seat belts on this side as well, so if you are just popping into the shop and you just want to put it on, you've got them. But then you've also got this for safety, because obviously this car is designed for a driver. It's a driver's car. It's not to pop to the shop and get some bits and bobs sort of car. This is a driver's car. So when you are sitting here, you do really notice the fact that they've got the leather roof, which creates such a nice luxurious feel. And then you've even got some storage here, which is quite practical. And then you've got the Enzo Ferrari badge here, carbon fibre. Funnily enough, this car doesn't have any AC. So if you are going to drive it in Dubai, you might as well just stay in a sauna. Shutting the door is pretty easy. You've got that nice handle here, which is that beautiful red leather that we see on the seats. And then you've also got the nice red leather here, carbon fibre. Something pretty cool as well, you have to open the window with this wheelie thing. So to roll it up, you have to keep keep going, you know, got a bicep workout in. So moving on to the wheel, most Formula One cars have a flat bottom wheel. This car has a flat top. So you guys can see it's got a carbon fiber wheel, the Ferrari badge in the middle. Oh, this is really cool. The R here, you can accidentally press it and it's actually reversed. So you have to be very, very careful with the little buttons here. And then you've got the ASR, you've got race, you've got the mode, and then you've got the indicators here on the left and the right of the side of the wheel, which is pretty cool. Something that I'm not a big fan of is the fact that when I pulled this leather bit down, there was no mirror. No vanity mirror whatsoever. But, you know, I don't suppose any race car driver is going to try and check if their eyelashes are set in place. So don't blame them. And then here on the other side, you guys can see you've got those red leather seats when you enter this car, as you know. You've got the roof, which is full of leather, creates such a nice luxurious feel. Pretty standard old buttons and system here. There's no AC in the car either, which can get rather hot. I don't suppose anyone's going to be driving this in Dubai. And then in the standard Enzo, you don't actually have a radio. So I think what they've done is they've configured it and they've added a nice CD player here as well. And this is obviously where the airbags are. You've got the carbon fiber throughout. And then you also have the mirror. I don't know how I feel about this mirror. I'm not really sure. I don't think that it's placed properly. I think it looks quite bizarre. But you know me, what do I know? So I'm going to pop this key into the car and I'm going to show you, well, you guys are going to hear what the engine sounds like. So to actually get out of this car, you've got the door handle here, which is covered in that red leather, and then you've got a latch. You've got to put your hand underneath, push this button, and then with your forearm, that's why there's the leather pad here, you push it up. Getting out of that car was quite a drama, guys. Here we have the latches where you can actually open the trunk, which is here, and the engine bay. And then here we've got the trunk of the car, which is at the front. And it's actually quite small. I mean, look at the carbon fiber right here. Now, the trunk in itself, there's not really much you can put in it, if I'm honest with you. You've got all the engine equipment here, and this is such expensive looking luggage. Here we have all of that, and the Ferrari leather, the badges. I mean, there's not really much space for you guys to put anything in this car. But I have to say, it's been quite an amazing car to tour. It's a legendary car. I mean, it's named after Enzo Ferrari. I have to say, I'm rather impressed, and I'd like to thank VIP Motors for allowing us to tour this car. And I cannot wait to hear what you guys think about this tour. And I will see you guys in the next one.